Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is time for the end of the month coloring pages. My June TBCs, I had quite a few of them, and I was moving really slow this month, so I didn't think I'd get through them all, but I actually got through a lot more than I thought I would. So let's start with the whips actually. Okay, so I have two whips. The first one is a Kirby Roseanne's Worlds Within Worlds. This will be done soon. The only reason it is still a whip is I need to record the tutorial for it. Otherwise I would have been done. So you probably have seen this one already. I shared it on Instagram because I was so proud of myself for starting a Kirby Roseanne's page. So yeah, I'm doing a tutorial on the waves, so you can get a little sneak peek because the tutorial will probably be out after. But here are the wave colors, and then also how I do the sea salt foam spray effect with acrylic paint. I haven't done that to all of the waves yet. I need to go back and do that. But this little portion here is what I'll be filming for my tutorial. And then this is just Prismacolors. I do need to share the combo. A few of you have asked, so I need to get that picture up. And then yeah, the background, I'm thinking a really dark blue so that this just pops. Darker than the darkest blue here, so I might have to do some layering with black. And you know, I'm kind of thinking I might even carry this over. I'll either do the same fish over here, or another part of me was like, well, maybe I'll do this in purple and then have it kind of mesh into this color as we get more into the waves, and then keep the dark blue coming over. I haven't decided yet. You can always let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm on the fence, but even though I did like this entire side in this color and repeating it here, I wouldn't mind. I actually found it incredibly relaxing to just sit here and color these waves, and it wasn't as daunting as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, so I will have a tutorial soon, including the little spray. It's basically acrylic paint and an X-Acto knife to make that, but that should be posting here soon. It's on my desk to record. And I really want to finish that page because then I'll have finished a Kirby page. I won't finish it in time for the nautical in June, but hey, whatever. Okay, so my other whip is in Flowerscape, my favorite book. All right, here we go. So it's kind of a double page spread. And I started this just a couple days ago. I'll actually be coloring it on my Whip Wednesday, and I'm hoping I'll finish it soon. I'm using a flicking technique, which with any other brand other than Prisma goes quicker. But I'm using my beloved Prismas through this entire book because this is my favorite coloring book, and it is also my favorite medium. And I'm coloring this book in order, by the way, so page by page. So this will probably roll over into July because I started it late. It was a June TBC. This would have been next. This will be in August. This is gonna be busy. But yeah, I haven't decided on the background yet. I'm kind of picturing like a light pink, but will it be with watercolors, distress ink? No idea. But yeah, I'm loving how this turned out so far. And I did a very simple color palette, by the way. I didn't want anything complicated, so that's why I'm sticking to this and just keeping it pretty simple. Either way, I'm having fun. It's very relaxing. I love this book. I really want to get a second copy because right now I'm coloring this in order using Prismacolors because, like I said, it's my favorite book, so I want to use my favorite medium. Backgrounds, you know, I can use whatever. But I almost want to get a second copy so that I can color pages with different pencils because this has kind of become like a special project, and one day I might want to redo a page with a poly or something. I don't know. All right, so let's look at the portraits. So this first one here is Veronica by Kundanks King's Art, or Kundanks Art. They go by both. On Etsy. I did this as part of the Color with Pride tag from Amazon Tammy. And let's see, I think I live streamed it and it was in a Whip Wednesday. And I did a short tutorial. I do my short color combo tutorials every now and then for one of the flowers. I should take these out of the plastic though, shouldn't I? So you guys can see them better. So yeah, there is this one. The background is just pan pastels, but I like the way it turned out. The brown hair tutorial is on my channel. It is all done with Derwent Pro Color, which I have not used in a long time. They've sat in the tin, but I was incredibly impressed by how Pro Color does hair, so I might be using Pro Color from now on with hair. Let me zoom you guys in a little so you can see. Okay. So yeah, Pro Color is now my official pencil of choice for hair. All right, and then we have this one from Mariola Budek. I did this in Colorsoft, Derwent Colorsoft. So I do have the tutorial for the purple hair on my channel. And then I decided to just color the rest of the page, except the skin in Colorsoft. The skin is Prismacolor. I was kind of trying to practice Prismacolor skin. Turned a little orangey peachish color more than I liked, but still, I did use Colorsoft for everything else. I'm not the biggest fan of Colorsoft pencils. However, it was fun to do the hair. They're just a layering pencil that takes a long time. All right. Then I have this PDF that is also from Mariola Budek. I did this one in Prismacolors. The background is pan pastels. It's a light pink and a violet color. Her wings I outlined with a white gel pen, and then I put glossy accents on them, so they're all glazed over. I used some Kuretake metallic watercolors too, like for some of the gold ribbons and stuff. I don't know if the shine on those will show. But yeah, this was a fun one. I did this at the beginning of the month, actually. The wings didn't quite turn out how I like. I almost want to go back over it with some of my extreme glitter. But maybe I'll just let it be and color it again another time. Okay, oh, so sorry. Smacked the camera. The last portrait is by far my most favorite portrait. Now this one is by Christine Caron. It's called The Joys of Summer, which is perfect because she's holding her little ice cream cone. And I did a dark pink hair on live stream. So if you want to see the color combo, I did share it with my color cards like I do on Instagram. But if you want to see how I did it, there's a live stream you can watch on replay on my channel. The skin was done with luminance, and then the rest was colored with polychromos. But yeah, this turned out so freaking adorable. Like, I love it. This is definitely a favorite. I just loved how the hair turned out. And I really, really love coloring on tan-toned paper. Like, love it. Like, doing this ice cream cone here and getting, like, the detail in the cone and the highlights. Like, on white paper, this would have taken me forever. But on tan-toned paper, you can just go in with white. You just, yeah. Like, you don't spend hours creating highlights. You just make them. Like, it's so much faster and easier. It's like heaven. It's heaven. I feel like I do skin tone a lot better on tan-toned as well. And even the hair looks lovely on it. But I'm just loving this paper. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I loved how this turned out. It was freaking adorable. Even the frosting, I mean, I was able to make white whipped cream, which normally on white paper would be quite the pain in the backside. So, oh, you know what? I have another whip. Haha. So this one is from Tomislav Tomic. Oops, let's make sure we're all in frame there. I started this one with Black Widows, and I started to get really frustrated with my Black Widows. they weren't laying down on this paper very well. A few of my purples just kept breaking and breaking. Like my space is now down to this. Like I'm not gonna be able to finish this page with that pencil. And yeah, they just kept breaking and getting chalky and messy. So I kind of had to walk away from this one. I will revisit it. It's just sometimes, you know, when you get flustered, like with a medium or the page itself, sometimes you just gotta walk away and wait for the love to come back. So I don't know when I'll finish that one, not gonna lie. I got really flustered. Okay, completed pages, back to that. So in Johanna Basford's World of Flowers, I did this one here with Inktense, Derwent Inktense. I did a little stickle action. I was gonna do a background and then I just left it because I liked it. But yeah, I had a TBC in this page that I never ended up getting to. But this was fun. I was just practicing some fun, funky color combos with my Inktense. Like this is a purple, pink, orange, yellow combo. And I was just playing around and having some fun. But I think it turned out pretty cute. Oh, I need to leave my tags so I can date these all. All right, this page, I'm not super thrilled how it turned out, but it is what it is. So in Menuet de Bonheur, I have this double page spread that I did with Derwent Inktense for all the flowers and whatnot. And then I think Inktense is the water down here, but then my Albrecht Dürers are up above. This is almost kind of a whip though. I haven't finished the bubbles, but I just got a little, this paper is not good for water mediums. It's very absorbent. And so like when you're working with Inktense or watercolors, you know, you like to have a little playroom and be able to manipulate it. Like for example, this paper in Johanna Basford's book is very smooth and thick. So I was able to blend my Inktense a lot easier and it didn't absorb into the paper. Whereas on here, you can actually see some of my streaks and whatnot. And that's just because it's soaked into the paper really quick. It didn't bleed, but this paper's just, it's a little toothier. It's way thinner cardstock. So it was rough to work with. But that said, I still like, I mean, the color combos. I really like that one, that purple one. I think it's 3 pencils. But it just, yeah, it's the paper mostly. So I won't use water in this paper or this book ever again. Lesson learned. Okay, Steampunk Darlings by Hannah Lynn. This wasn't in my TBCs, but you know, sometimes I just feel like coloring something that's not on my list. I don't know. It happens. So I colored this page here using Prismacolor. But I did scan and print on the cardstock I like instead of using the Amazon CreateSpace paper. But that's just because I'm not a fan of CreateSpace. I just don't feel like I can do what I need to do with it. But I do love how this turned out. I kept it, I don't know, for some reason I just wanted to do like neutral colors. The background right here, this beigey thing, that might be Distress ink because I don't remember using pencil back there. But yeah, the rest is Prismacolors. Super fun, quick, easy page. Sometimes you just need to inject those into your month's pages. Like you just get on a whim and color something. Okay, this one is actually a whip also in Luna. So there was a tag by Shannon Chopin Hayes for, whatchamacallit, Luna in June. And it was this, it's a group buddy color page. So this was the page that was picked and everyone color it. And I got this much done and then I was just like, oh, I can't go any further. I burned out on the leaves and all of that. So yeah, that is why it is like this. However, I wrote down all my colors because I'll probably keep working on it through July. It just won't be in the group tag, and that's okay. I'll just keep working on it, whittling away as I get there. It's one of those ones where you're like, oh, okay. So in Kawaii Girls, I did. Oops. All right. This one here, using my Copic markers. I really like using the Kawaii Girls and Chibi Girls for Copics. It's just, I don't know, good practice. I did scan and print it out on marker paper though. I didn't use the Jade Summer Create Space paper for a couple reasons. This black background actually seeps through as the page is wet. It doesn't stay there. Once it evaporates, it dries, but it really screws up the way you're looking at your page while you're working on it. But also it's not good for your nibs to use Create Space paper, and it also wastes more ink because it absorbs so quickly into that paper. Whereas marker paper is smooth, it doesn't suck up as much ink, it's nicer to your nibs. So yeah, and plus you can just blend so much easier on marker paper. You'll find a world of difference between coloring on normal cardstock or Create Space paper, and then once you switch over to marker paper, you'll be like, holy crap, why have I not used this before? So yeah, this one was done with Copics. I was practicing hair. I love to color hair, and now I'm trying to learn how to do it with Copics. Similar technique, sort of, like you do a little bit of a flicking motion, just not as crazy as I would with pencils. But still, it was cute. It worked out well. It was summery and tropical. Okay. Then in Fairy Celebrations by Clara Markova, it turned into a double page spread, but it's just because it made sense to do it that way. So there was a tag, Get Lost with Clara, for June, so I ended up doing this page. And originally I was just coloring this one, but then I was like, you know what, I might as well just move it over because there's mushrooms here, and then that way I wouldn't have to go back later and guess what colors I used for the blueberries and mushrooms. I did color this with Brute Fooner 120 square pencils. I really like those pencils. They're very creamy. They work amazingly well on this paper. I did do some white Posca accents. And then the background is actually pan pastels. It's two blues that I kind of meshed together with some white. And then down here, I just threw down some Distress ink. I used Distress ink here with the moss as well. I can't remember which ones. It's two different Distress ink colors. But yeah, I used those because I felt like that would be faster to color in the moss than color it myself with pencil. But this bird took forever. I started it and I was like, holy crap, this is never gonna end. But it was still fun. I enjoyed it, how it turned out. And then I sprayed it with just a typical acrylic finish, a glossy one, and instead of my final fixative, because I had so much going on, like a ton of pan pastel here. Excuse me. And final fixative sometimes can let things come loose later, whereas the Krylon spray, like this pan pastel, is fixed in place. So now I can actually just close the book. I don't need to store anything in between it. The pages won't stick together or anything like that. And yeah, it's just nice and finished and looking all cute. But I enjoyed coloring this one. It was fun. Plus, I really need to use those Brute Fooners more. But that is it for my pages. Now, as always, every month I pick my favorite, and my favorite is this one because I love the hair. I was actually requested to do dark pink hair with polys, and so I didn't realize how much I was gonna freaking love it, but I had a ton of fun coloring this page in general. I just love how it turned out. in all aspects. I love the color palette. It's simple. It's pink and blue. I love this paper because it makes my life easy, but her skin worked out, and I'm still learning skin, but it turned out beautifully in this one. I love the way her eyes finished up and the hair and everything. It's just, yeah, this is my favorite one for the month. I didn't even do a background because I just didn't feel it needed one. It was just cute and simple and lovely, but this is definitely my favorite. You can let me know in the comments below what your favorite one was. I will be recording my July TBCs here very soon, and we'll see how much of those I get through. Like I said, my TBCs are kind of planned pages, but I may not color them all. It honestly just depends on what is going on. You know, sometimes I'll pick a page at the start of the month and be like, halfway through, you know what, I don't feel like coloring that page anymore, or I get colorist block, as I like to call it. Things happen, or I'll randomly pick a page that wasn't in my TBCs because suddenly I have a whim and want to color it. But I do try to color as many of the TBCs as I pick, but I don't want it to feel like homework, pretty much. Like, I don't want to just go through the motions and color everything just to color it. I want to color it. So I was kind of on the fence if I would do a July TBCs because sometimes I'm feeling like obligated, but I'm still going to record it, but I'm just going to always have that disclaimer like, hey, I may not actually get all these pages in. But that said, thank you guys. This was a wonderful month. We had a couple fun live streams for June. I will be streaming Sundays in July. I will actually be participating in a colorathon at the end of July as well, for live streams. So keep an eye out for that. And then, yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun for July. More hair, probably more portraits, obviously, because I'll be doing hair. And then I also will be hosting my own hashtag. It's Carlson Crazy July 21. Basically, color any page you want from Hannah Carlson, whether it's a PDF or her book. And just tag me on Instagram using the hashtag. And I will be making a video at the end of July of all the images that participated. And the reason that came about was because I had a few requests with buddy colors, and everyone was requesting Hannah Carlson pages. So I was like, you know what, with all this, like, everyone's Hannah Carlson crazy. So then I was like, okay, let's just make a tag then. So we did that. I also have a very fun buddy color coming up in July, which I will announce in my TBCs as well. So keep an eye out for all of that. July is going to be a lot of Hannah Carlson, but I am going to slide other things in there because I got to break that up somewhere. But it'll be fun because I really need to touch my Hannah Carlson books. I have not. They've just been sitting there lonely. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you to those who have signed up to be members of my channel. You are all very appreciated as well. And just all of you who comment and interact and all that with me. I love it. I kind of look at it as a community, and I hope to keep seeing it grow. And we are close to 2,500 subscribers, so I will be doing a giveaway when we reach that milestone, so keep an eye out for that as well. But I hope you guys had a wonderful June. I hope you have a great July. And until next time, take care.